Hey Leos, you guys are the last of the night. And I know I look like crazy because I went swimming today and I took Claritin, so maybe a little bit goofy and I have mad hay fever and allergies. But and I'm also sorry I'm a little late on these. I know I'm a newbie, but it was the 4th of July and I have, an autistic son and I take him to do fun stuff. So, like, we went swimming and we went and visited my mom and, did all that stuff that you do at the 4th of July when you're during a pandemic, and that's kind of all you can do. So, anyways, while I was doing your pre shuffle, I was feeling my Leos being a little stubborn this month. And I know Leos are a little known for being a little stubborn. And remember, this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also, this will not resonate with all of you Leos, so do not get mad at me if I'm not correct, but I try to do the best I can, I promise. This is only my second week of doing general readings. I'm used to, for 20 years, I've done one-on-one readings, but I'm giving it my all, and I think I'm tapping into the general collective pretty well with my spirit. I know a lot of people don't believe in that, but if you're on here, you must believe just a little teeny tiny bit. Just a little tiny, tiny bit. It doesn't make me crazy. It just makes me an intuitive empath. That's what I call myself, an intuitive empath, because I have these intuitive feelings. And then I get like these downloads, I guess you could call them. I've heard other people call them that. I never knew what to call them until lately. I call them downloads now too because it really does make sense, because there's just things that go into my brain and I don't know where they come from. And now I know they come from, the universe, and they want me to share. So we are going to do your monthly July reading right now. And I hope you guys subscribe and give me a couple weeks, to get to know you. And even if one sentence or half of what I say resonates with you tonight, I'm sorry, it's like 1:30 in the morning. I'm really tired. Give me a little bit of time and I'll prove to you that I'm a good reader. I'm getting better every time I do this. So I'm trying my hardest to really tap into the general collective because I'm so used to one-on-one. But I will for you, because Spirit told me that there were people out there that needed my guidance. And I want to be there for the people that need my guidance. All right, let's look at bottom of the deck, because it's going to be your overall energy. You have the Page of Pentacles. So pages are swords, and when you get the Page of Pentacles, this is normal, just like a little message, like, hey, what's up? How you doing? How you feeling? How's life going? So it's just a little bit. That's your overall energy for the month. So it's just might be a little bit of a slow month because Pentacles are a little slow, but you never know. Let's see how these go. Okay, so we got the Knight of Swords. Okay, well, he rushes way in. Let me push these up because the last couple times I had a little bit of a problem fitting my cards. Knight of Swords, he's a fast one. Temperance, balance, also can mean you are dating a Sagittarius, or you just need harmony in your life. Page of Swords, that can be kind of like a little bit of a cutting message, and it can mean someone's spying on you or you're spying on somebody else. But honestly, who doesn't look at the other person's Facebook that they're dating nowadays? This is a love reading. I don't think I know one person that doesn't check out someone's Facebook the minute they read them. I mean, kind of ridiculous to even think that. Five of Pentacles, somebody's left out in the cold. Let's see what's in the center of the deck. Four of Pentacles, somebody's holding on to something. All right, we got the Eight of Cups, somebody's walking away. This might not be the greatest month, but we'll clarify and maybe it'll get better. Knight of Wands. Like when I think of the Knight of Wands, I like to think of this is kind of like my player card. But maybe you may be a player. Because remember, I can pick up two people's energies or three people's energies and a lot of people's energies within like your group. And it's not always the other person that's the player. I know for me, when I first started dating out of my marriage, like I had many people lined up. Like not like sexually, but like for dinners and stuff. All right, the Hermit. Someone's going internal, another major arcana. So you got two major arcanas on the board. And then you got the Queen of Cups in reverse. All right, so let me look at this for a sec. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of pentacles here more than anything else. So I'm going to say maybe Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo could be someone you're dating. There's two swords. That could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm not feeling that you're dating another fire sign. So we have your overall energy. What we're going to do is we're going to start clarifying right now. And we're going to make this a better story. And we are going to figure this out. Don't click off. Stick with me. And push subscribe. Because I promise you by the end of this video, you will understand what I'm saying. I understand when the cards first come out because I make all my own spreads. I don't use other people's spreads. I did the Salta crosses and the other things, and they don't resonate with me. I'm a psychology major. That's what I went to, school with when 20 years ago when I was in college. I might look a little young, but I'm not young. I'm 40 something. That's all you're ever getting out of me. Okay, so let's start. All right, we got this Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This guy wants to like run in and do whatever he wants and just kind of wham bam, thank you ma'am type of thing. And he can be extremely impulsive. So we don't need to clarify that. There's no need to clarify that. If you have that in your life, you know who he is or she is. Temperance. This is you needing balance. It also can mean you're with a Sagittarius right now. Obviously, you need balance if you have a Page of Swords or a Knight of Swords after you. Okay? And then you have a Page of Swords too. Again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is more kind of spying again and somebody rushing in and not really, they're thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about you. Because when I get these two together, when it comes to air signs, I always think of someone being selfish. That's what I have to say about for Leo. That's what Spirit's telling me to tell you, is that somebody right now is being selfish. Five of Pentacles. They may not be talking to you. You might not be talking to them. We're going to clarify this. Let me cut the deck. You saw me shuffle a little bit. Let's figure out what's going on with who's being left out in the cold and why. Okay, we have the Three of Swords. Somebody's heartbroken. So obviously you're not going to talk to somebody when you're heartbroken. Like air signs, you have to remember, are very cerebral. And fire signs are extremely fiery. You guys are fiery. Sorry. Fire. I thought I had a spider on me. It's just my hair though. You guys are fiery little signs, and air signs are cerebral. They don't think with their hearts as much as a fire sign would. And you guys don't think as much with your heads as much as an air sign would. And I feel like the people this is going to balance out with, it doesn't mean these signs are correct. Don't listen just to signs that I'm saying. I'm just saying that I feel like that is what is clashing right now with you two. Let's pull something else. All right, we have the Queen of Swords. Again, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Somebody's getting cut out. More swords. All right. We have the Tower in reverse, though, which is good, which means you guys are handling this in a civilized fashion. So there isn't going to be like a big explosion of a fight. This Tower is in reverse. There's not going to be a life-changing moment that's crazy. In the center of the reading, we have the Four of Pentacles. The Pentacles is Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And this is holding on to maybe your money too tight, or they hold on to their money too tight. Like, who's not paying for dinner? Did you really go to dinner with someone and they asked you to, like, go Dutch? Like, if you're a woman, you walk out of that restaurant and leave them with the bill. Like, I'm so sick of it. Men need to be men. Can't remember the last time I met, like, a man. Like, I need a man. Let's clarify. I normally don't clarify the center, but I think we need to. Knight of Swords. Again, double clarification on the Knight of Swords. Somebody is rushing in on you, and they want something from you, and they want it now, and they don't want to work for it. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Somebody is coming in on you, though, like fast, and like I'm almost feeling like this, like, so, like you're getting pressured into doing something you don't want to do, even though you really like this person. Remember, don't ever do something you feel is too fast for you when you know you're not ready yet. All right, the Three of Rods, that means you're waiting for your ships to come in. Like, you want to wait. This Knight of Swords is all about rushing and being impulsive, and you are a waiter. Even though you're a fire sign and you're usually the impulsive one, and remember, we can flip these energies. You may be the aggressor in this one, but somebody's waiting for the ships to come in, and another person is being very impulsive. But if you guys can figure it out and really find a good balance with this Temperance right here, which means balance, you can have the Ace of Cups, which is like one of the best cards in the deck. That's like lovey-dovey gooey stuff. Cups are all about love, and this is the best love card in the deck. Like, you want that card. Okay, so now I get it. You guys are not finding balance, and balance is what you need to find. All right, so why is somebody thinking about walking away? Like, who's not finding balance here? We have the Ace of Pentacles, another ace. One of you is being generous and wanting to hold out a pentacle and be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to give this to you. And usually when someone gives that to you, that's all they got. You know? Eight of Pentacles. They're working on their pentacles to make sure they're perfect. That's Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So maybe you're dealing with an earth sign, actually. Maybe in the beginning of the month it might be a little flighty, but maybe you're with an earth sign and not an air sign. Because look how, like, they're trying to make that pentacle perfect for you. You know? So sweet. The Seven of Rods. This is fighting no one. Whenever I see the Seven of Rods, which means the Seven of Wands and other decks, but I just love this clarification deck because it gives me, like, such clarity. It can mean, like, people want what you want, people want what you have, and you're fighting them off, and you think everyone wants it, But really, like, look, this man is fighting sticks, and there's no people holding those sticks. He's fighting himself. And you two don't fight with each other. That pretty much, like, what that means is fighting for no reason. It can just be a bad mood, you know? But I'm thinking, like, this is a newer relationship because all month your overall energy is the Page of Pentacles, which is small messages. So we're going to go back and forth. Just don't, since there's so many swords and all pentacles here, and you're a fire sign, make sure you make those messages a little bit sexy, but not too sexy. There needs to be a little bit more sexy in this spread, and I'm not seeing enough. Just trust me on this one, okay? That's not spirit. That's Stella telling you that. Like, trust me. All right, you have the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands, he's my player card. So we're going to clarify him and see what's up with the player card. All right, the player doesn't want to carry all 7 swords. This is a 7 of swords. More swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. He wants to carry 5 swords and he's leaving 2 behind because he's like, I don't feel like picking them up. Don't let anyone be lazy on you. If they are going to have you and be with you, they are going to do the right things, just like you are going to do the right things. You're here for a reason, because you want to know the right things to do for your relationship. And you need to make sure that this person does too. And then we have the 6 of Swords, which is going into calmer waters. More swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Maybe it is an air sign. It could still be an earth sign. I mean, signs don't mean everything. The message is what really matters. Okay? But calmer waters is what you guys need. All right? I'll pull one more. 5 of Cups. Fives are never great because see how she's like, there's 3 spilt cups. And she's crying over the 3 spilt cups. And she's totally ignoring that she's got 2 full cups of wine right there that would make her drunk and happy. Pick them up and drink them and you're all happy. They're from your lover or your friend or your person of interest or whatever you want to call them. Pick them up. Do it. You know? Don't look at the bad. Look at the good. Seeing a lot of swords here, and when I see a lot of swords, I see a lot of looking at the negative parts of life. And then in the middle of all these, you guys have these cards that are saying you want to go into calmer waters. So, and you want your ships to come in. But you have to behave in a certain way in order to do that. Okay, now I know why we have the Hermit, which doesn't need to be clarified. You guys are going to need to take a minute to think things over and readjust your attitudes. You guys are going to have to go within and think about how you need to behave around each other in order to get along. Or is this a relationship that can even last? Do you want to waste your time on it? It's going to be a turbulent relationship if it's a turbulent like this so far. This is the most clarification I've done all night, by the way. And we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. She's the most loving queen in the deck, so why is there no love? This is the only cup I have. Besides the 5 of Cups, which is not a good cup. So what's up with no cups? The Page of Rods upside down, which is, again, usually messages, usually means wands, which is, you know, the same things as like good news, but it's like no ties, sexy messages. 2 of Rods, which is 2 of Wands. Somebody may have some options here at the end of the month, and that's why she may be in reverse. The Six of Wands, though, is victory. So if you guys can really go within and you both act correctly, and it's mostly going to have to be you, I'm not going to lie. They're not watching this video like you are. So you know what's going, for the people this resonates with, you are already going through this. I'm saying like this is like beginning of the month and like you're like in the middle of this mess right here. Like you're going through it, so you are going to have to act in a way that can make this relationship survive. And then maybe a little bit later on, but if you're dealing like with an air or an earth sign, which you probably are, you're going to have to be very delicate about it because you can't be fiery with an earth sign or air sign because we're really cerebral. I'm an air, I'm a earth sign and I've dated air signs. And we are really cerebral people, and why we totally love your passion, and that's why we always end up with you. We sometimes can end up fighting with you because we're not fiery. So I want you to think about that. And is that what you want out of this person? Let's pull an oracle card and see if we can pull this all together, because this Soul of the Journey oracle deck, oh my gosh, gives me such good answers. I love it. I love it. I have like seriously like 25 decks, but this is just my fave because it gives me simple answers that everybody understands. And that I understand too. I'll start pulling out more. Like I will be doing weeklies tomorrow. I'll be sending those out, and then, or actually I'll probably do them Sunday. And then I'm also going to start doing live sex readings with the Secrets of Sexual Tarot deck, which I know you've seen a lot of readers use, but I really want to do it the right way this time. Like when you read the book and the way the creator and the artist meant for this deck to be read, it's really hard to study. So when I'm ready and I know I can read this deck correctly, I will be doing that with you guys, and we'll do live readings where you can ask me questions for free and we'll go through it. We'll go through it all together. Okay? I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because I love love. I'm a lover of love. All right. Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. How perfect does it go with your reading? Seriously. I never pull a card from this oracle deck that doesn't go perfect with my reading. Because it's like, you're the one that's going to have to change, seriously. Because earth signs and air signs, we don't change. Fire signs do, though. You guys are fiery, so you're kind of all fiery like a big fire, like a bonfire. But you guys can decide when you want to put yourselves out or flame yourselves up. So that's kind of perfect. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. It's up to you to make that movement. It's just going to have to be slow movement. Because this person wants to go very fast. And according to the cards, if you go too fast, you might end up in some trouble. So go at a moderate speed. All right. I am Stella K. Please push the subscribe and like button. I'm the new kid on the block. I've only been here 2 weeks. I'm doing my best to read for the general collective. I hope you really liked my reading. Every week I feel like they're getting better, and I can't wait to meet you all live, but you have to be subscribers to come to the live readings, and I'm so excited to do those. I love you all. Have a happy July, and it looks like you'll have a turbulent July, but not a bad one because it ends in victory. All right. I love you. Stay safe, stay healthy.